Yes, hi. How are you? Yes, hi. Let me just take this out. Okay, yeah. I saw your comment. Um, you have questions for me? Can't find the truth. So, do you have religious background? Um, did you grow up with a religion? Okay. Okay. Did you get a chance to read through the information, the Book of Love, and also the blog post that I posted? Did you get a chance to read through all that information? I haven't seen them, but I've been reading. Okay. Well, yeah, I encourage you to read through the blog post and also the book, just to get an understanding of what our belief system is about. Um, oh, it's on the website, on the FAQ, the frequent asked question page, and then you can click on the link. There's a link in there. It's on WordPress. WordPress. Let me show you. Let me pull it up. So let's see. Okay. So do you see? Can you see my screen? Okay. Let me zoom in a little bit. Uh, so you go to FAQ right here. I put these. I linked these questions. So when you click on these questions, it'll take you to the blog post. So for example, like the purpose of existence, if you click on this, it'll take you to the blog post, and it'll explain to you these questions, like what we believe in terms of the purpose to our existence, um, the origin, and why does evil exist, and all these sorts. Um, so if you scroll down, if you click on this link right here, let me hold on a second. So if you click on right here, WordPress, it'll take you to my blog post. And I think there are about 40 blog posts or so. And all, a lot of the questions are answered in these blog posts, about what we believe. And, and I think that's a good start to really get familiarized with our belief system and what we believe. No continuation of life, right? So in regards to heaven and hell, so essentially we believe that God created one one world, and that world is this world, a world that is governed by natural laws, a world that has galaxies and solar systems, and then human. And um, so we believe that this is the world that God created. Um, and but the heaven that I'm talking about is really like an abundant earth, abundant world. And in this world, scarcity and suffering, collective suffering, no longer exists. And that is the destination that God is trying to get us to, right? In that world, um, human that are born into that world, they live in abundance and in joy, and not in scarcity and suffering. So when I refer to like heaven, I'm referring to, not this concept of heaven that I think uh, you may have. Um, Usually, like from Christianity, like you have an image, like what heaven is like. But we believe that this is the world that God created, and eventually every playground, for the playground on Milky Way, in our Milky Way galaxy, is is Earth, right? So eventually, we believe that Earth is going to turn into this abundant world that God ultimately is trying to get us to. So from the beginning, from the birth of the galaxy to the creation of the solar system, and to the evolution of human and culture and the world that we see today, you can see that there is a it's constantly changing, right? It's constantly changing from the world of scarcity. Like if you look at the history, like a few hundred years ago to 1,000 years ago, that world, it's there were a lot of suffering, right? People die of disease, war, um, and many people didn't live too long, right? The life expectancy was very low, and there is this progression, right? It's getting better and better and better, and eventually, the world of abundance, right? That God is ultimately trying to deliver. So, I mean, I go into detail in regards to heaven and hell, and that blog post is right here. Like I wrote a whole blog post on what we believe in regards to heaven and hell. So I go into detail. Right. Let me put this on in the center of the screen. Can you hear me correct? Can you hear me good? Right. There is no continuation of life. Like in our belief system, um, we come into existence and we get to play in this universe, in this world, and then after we get old, this body, uh, you know, it, we pass on, and then our body breaks down, and then it's the um, all the molecules in our body just gets recycled. But I also, yeah, go into detail about the life after death uh, in our art in one of the blog posts. So God created each person and wants to best of them, but it takes thousands more years to get to the world of abundance. Uh, mhm. In communion with God and others. The continuation is really the collective, like the future generation. Um, yes, they get to come into existence and they get to live in, like, in the world of abundance. Like there's no scarcity in that world. Like there's housing, there is food, there is um, uh, advanced infrastructures. Um, all the scarcity that we are experiencing today. Um, in the future there's going to be abundance. Are you familiar with the Venus Project? So it's more of a relationship between. Okay, right. It's more of a relationship between humanity and God instead of each. No, it's a relationship with with each individual. Like right now, she's having a individual relationship with each one of us. Like, she is having relationship with you. She can hear you. She can. It's a very personal relationship, right? Now, God is very involved in our moment to moment experience. Can I ask what's your name and where you're from? Oh, Mike. Okay. Nice to meet you, Mike. Yeah. So I really I encourage you to read through the blog post and get an understanding of what we believe. Um, I mean, definitely um, some of the things that we believe in this belief system, it's quite different from other religions. Um, but there are a lot of similarities, especially with Christianity. Like I think of all the religions out there, Christianity really emphasizes this personal relationship with God. Like God created this universe to have a very personal relationship, and you can say that that part of the theology our religion has common with Christianity. So you said that um, I grew up Christian, but I've been having serious doubts for the last few years. H- how old are you? Mid 20s. Okay, so you grew up going to church. Is your family uh like very involved with the church? Like did you go to church like Sundays, or are you? treasure God more, so we know when to treasure team. Okay. So are you looking like you want to? Are you seeking? Um, so you're curious, right? You're curious about your existence, like meaning of life, truth, and you're looking. You're looking. So you've been looking at other religions to see if some of them offer, any kind of answers. Okay, I see. Yeah, this is yeah this religion. I think every religion has very different theologies and cosmology. Um, so yeah, I would encourage you to read through like all the components of our religion. Um, that's right. God, uh, we believe that this is a natural world. God does not physically intervene in this. There's no physical form of God in this universe. God, we believe that God designed this reality to interact with us through this very untethered relationship. Like we engage with God through faith, through belief. And even though God created this universe, God didn't create a physical form of herself in this world. Now, there are many reasons as to why. One is that God wants to have this experience with us through faith. Like, like this is the experience that she wants to have with her children. It's completely untethered. But at the same time, with our faith in God, we are connected with God, like right here, right now. Even though it seems like God is nowhere to be found, but at the same time, God is right here, right now. You can find God right here, right now, and you can have conversation with God right here, right now. So far, very far away, but yet God is very close to us. So close to us that we can open up to her in this moment and have conversation with God. We can speak to God. We can share our problems with God. We can ask God for guidance. Very personal relationship God wants to have with you. So God is present, but not in the material sense. Right. And material, you mean like form, something you can touch, something you can see, like something, yeah. No, right. Yes, God is so close to us that, close, God is closer, close to us than anything, right? You can literally communicate to God right here. You don't even have to speak out loud. You can even think. And God is aware of God is aware of everything, right? God is aware of your thoughts. So even if you think about it, God is having this interaction with you. So that's what we believe in our religion. Like God is very personal, someone that you can open up to. Um, like someone you can feel completely comfortable with. Um, someone like a motherly figure, a fatherly figure, a best friend. Do I have advice on how to choose the right one? I think that to answer that question, I would say that um, you should investigate, right? Read through what each religion says about what they believe, and and um, and then assess whether if that belief makes sense to you, right? And then you can make the choice. I think that after I would encourage you to study this religion, um, I think you will come to this conclusion that this religion that what our belief system is sensible, something that you can act that something that you can something that makes sense. But yeah, I would encourage you to study this belief system. Um, it doesn't require you too much time to study. Like I think the um, I put out the blog post. That's a good place to start to read through everything and get a overarching understanding of what we believe. Okay. Yeah, great. So in our this in our religion, does your religion include prayer? So I can pray for God directions. Yes. I also talked about prayer in my blog post. Um, so in our religion, yeah, we engage with God in this relationship. Um, it does involve prayer. Like God wants to have this relationship with us, and prayer is a big part of it. This is a big part of this relationship. This is how we engage with God. Like when we are in the time of difficulty, when we experience difficult times and troubled times, um, we encourage to speak to God, pray to God, open up to God about your current situation, and really draw God uh, for that strength, right, to get you through your difficulties. Um, life is, a lot of people are facing challenges in the time that we're living, right? Relationship problems, family problems, economic problems, personal problems. Having God is that benefit, right? The benefit of um, to draw strength, to draw hope, like you know, and that's why I really encourage people to have relationship with God. Is that um, God is that source of comfort. Like in the time of loneliness, despair, you got nothing to fall back on. Like, but God is there. Like, if everything goes away, God is there, right there with you. Like in the time of sadness, you can really reach out to God. You can lean on God. Have a shoulder to cry to. Like, okay, all right, great. It was really nice talking to you. Um, if you have any more questions, you can engage with me through Discord, uh, or you can send me a email at organizationoflove@gmail.com, or you can sign up to Discord, and I have the link uh, on the where is it? It's on the YouTube page. Actually, I'm gonna include a link in on the website for Discord if you want to join me there. And you can ask, like, you can have we can have a discussion there. You can ask me questions. So, I mean, what I was gonna say, the main thing is that this religion, um, is that I believe that this is the communication that God is reaching out, that that this book is planned by God to be written. I started writing this book um, in 2012, and I really believe that God has set this up, like, to for me to go on to write this book, and then to go on to write this to create this religion, and to share with our community. Um, this is talked about in my in the cosmology section. Um, so you can read through that and understand the time that we're living in, and how this religion fits into the time that we are living in. Do you anticipate the religion will grow to become very big in our lifetime? Yes, we. Yes, this is. Yeah, I believe this is gonna. We're gonna witness it within our lifetime. Like, um, even though religion does take time to spread, but we are living in a digital age. Information gets spread very quickly. So, as far as how fast it's gonna spread, that that is in God's hands. But I right now I'm trying to gather a group of people. So the first thing right now, I want to um, um, bring people into this church, like grow the membership, and then from there, I want to create the community. Right? Did you? I'm not sure if you read through the mission statement in on the website. So essentially, is that we want to help God bring about the kingdom. We want to help God bring about the abundant world, right? Heaven on earth, the world without collective suffering. And we do that by making families. So I want to bring a group of people to come together to make a to make the to make the family ideal family, and I want to build a community where we can create the ideal family. I talked about this in the mission statement. So, you know, does your religion recommend meditation? A particular meditation plan? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Your video on YouTube. Hey, okay. On community and weddings. Yes. So that's the plan. The plan is to get to enough number of people, and then I want to reach out to those members to have them consider signing up for marriage, and then I want to conduct a wedding, and then ultimately to create a modern community, right, where the newlyweds get to live in this community, produce family, and while they live in this community, all the essential needs are going to be provided. Like, we're going to work together. We're going to put everything into the pot. Like, we function as a commune. Um, And in this community, there is modern housing, groceries, healthcare. Um, so that's really the tangible um, thing that I want to create. Right? Yes, I'm here to create, to share with you this new, to share with people this new religion, to bring people into this church. But ultimately, my job is to make families. I want to create a community, and I want to bring people together so that they can start their family in this community and live a life that is centered on God, centered on family values. Um, so that's the goal. Like I need to, I want to gain membership and then start arranging people and start making, and then I want to build a community. You know, see all the problems in the world that we're facing, all the challenges that we're facing. It can only be solved by um, creating the ideal family. It starts from the family level. We can't fix the world until the family structure is fixed. So, so this is, I want to create the ideal family, right? That's the path to the kingdom. That's the path to abundance. So this is like the community, right? This is actually the building that this company in called the Bra Group. They make modular high-rise apartment buildings. They can assemble this type of building very quickly, and it's very cost effective, and it's very comfortable living. It's got like all the amenities, and we can have like healthcare system in this community, dental office, groceries, and like the Amish community, right? But integrated with technology. We're going to use technology to help us create abundance, and that's it. I mean, that's the plan, is to get enough people to help me start this community. It's really hard to getting people to cooperate, especially on something new. See, when we are united with this single religion, um, there's gonna be a sense of community. Right? The members are all working toward to achieve the same goal, is to help God end collective suffering by making the ideal family. That's gonna bring people together. Right? That's gonna draw us together to cooperate. Right? We have a single vision. We have a single mission. And I believe this is God's plan in terms of to create this religion, to create this church, to bring people together. Once we are in this religion, we function as a single family unit, right? So all the individual desires and individual wants, these things are gonna take a back seat. Like we want to there's a shared vision, right? Shared goal that everybody wants to create together. And I believe that is gonna be the bond that's gonna hold us together to cooperate and to share and so on. Um, so yeah, this religion is, I believe, is God's plan to help us unite, cooperate. Yeah, the individuals would have to. I mean, the would have to make up their mind that this is something that they want to participate in, right? Um, it's a for those who are going to decide to want to participate in this community living and to get married, that's a big step. That's probably the biggest decision in their life. So for those who are thinking about doing this, they're gonna have to think clearly before they sign up for this. You know, I want people who are fully committed to do this. Um, okay. All right, Mike. It's great to have you join this live stream. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hear from you. If you have any more questions, definitely shoot me. You can sign up for Discord or email me, organizationoflove@gmail.com.